Okay, I think I'm good to go. Hello there. My name is Lindsay. I am from Rescom Sales. I am the sales course coordinator. I have my coworker Julia off to the side manning the computer, so she will be trying to answer any questions you may have during the webinar, or if we can't get them answered, we will answer them. So thank you for joining me. This is my first ever webinar, so please be patient with me while I muddle my way through this. Today we are just going to talk about our communication system and how it applies to confined space and high angle rescue. As you know, both of those situations have many challenges when it comes to having clear and concise communication. Many people try to use wireless in those situations, and due to the challenges of physical barriers, hazardous materials, and noise, a lot of times those type of situations do not allow wireless to work correctly. And when you're in a life and death situation, you definitely need communication that works. So the Rescom system, what makes us stand apart and the main differences between our system and other systems on the market are: one, we're Canadian made and proudly sold worldwide. Two, it's a very easy to set up system running off intuitive interfaces. And again, extremely simple, very hard to mess up setting the system up, easily to get it deployed. The third thing that makes us unique is we have the only NFPA certified climbing rope with communications embedded inside. This rope, once here, can be used as a primary or secondary line and has a breaking strength of 10,600 pounds. More into that rope a little bit later in the situation, in the webinar, sorry. The features of our system that I think make it stand apart is that this system is a full duplex system, meaning it is pretty much the same as your old telephone landline, where both of you guys can be talking at each other at the same time and you can still hear it, unlike radios and other systems that you have to wait your turn to speak. We have an amazing communication distance with this system of up to 3 miles, or if you're Canadian, 4.8 kilometers. It's meaning that the attendant and the rescuer or entrant can be quite a distance away from each other. We manufacture our ropes and cables to the specifications. The next feature that we'd like to talk about is the whole system is powered off of one primary interface that has 3 AA batteries inside to run the system. Very easy to change out. 2 screws, approximately 3 minutes, and your batteries are changed. It does have a low battery indicator on it to let you know when you need to do that. But the battery life on this is pretty amazing. Up to 10 headsets. These 3 batteries are going to keep the system running for up to 27 hours. Have a basic 2-man system, you're going to get about 240 working hours from just those 3 AAs. Another great feature that many of our clients are looking for is this system is intrinsically safe, rated, and certified by major industry standards. As I talked about a little bit earlier, is our rope, which is NFPA certified climbing rope with a breaking strength of 10,600 pounds. This rope can be used in any of your mechanics for ascension or descension. It can be used for belaying with any of your grips to slow that belaying down. Sorry, I say a lot. It can also be used for rapid descent and as either a primary or secondary line for your rescuers. The system is also immune to RF interference, which means you won't have any of the, for lack of a better word, interference from other radios being around it. So your attendant can still have a radio working beside him or talking on the radio while still having a system going. This system is a closed, secure comm system, so there's no chance of any interference or anybody hacking into the system to listen into the conversation. I think that covers most of our features this time, the standout ones anyway. So I'm going to go on to show you how to set up a basic two-man system. So for our basic two-man system, you would have to have one of your primary interfaces, which I've already told you has your 3 batteries, has your on and off switch, and has a volume control for the attendant. Very easily set up. I have just one of our little attendant headsets, which is one of our lightweight ones, which, sorry, I should tell you, you can choose from over 10 different types of headsets, depending on your needs. This is our lightweight one. We also have hearing protector headsets and watertight different headsets. And we have some headsets that connect to certain rescue helmets. So moving on, you have your attendant headset, whichever one they've chose. You're going to take your connector, and every connector has either a white or red dot. Line that little dot up with the dot on the interface and click push, interface connected. Then you're going to take a secondary interface, which has no power because we're running off the other ones, but does have its own volume. Another headset, I've just chosen one of our watertight ones. Look for your dot. This one's going to be a red dot, and you're going to line that up with the dot on the interface. And if I can see straight without glasses, little push and it's already on. Now, the only other thing you'll need for this two-man system is either a rope or cable. So we have, again, have our rope here, which you can use through any of your mechanics, grips, any of those things. The wear and tear on them is going to be the same as any other climbing rope. So, of course, using grips and mechanics will wear your rope faster than if you don't use those things. So you're going to take your rope and your interface. There's a little key at the top. It always is up front facing on your interfaces, so it's easy to find the slot on your connector, and you're going to push, quick turn. Great thing about these connectors is they're very robust, making it easy to use for our rescuers that have gloves or PPE on. It's very big and easy to handle, whether you have gloves or you don't. You're going to do the same thing with your secondary interface, line the key and the slot up, connect it. We now have, once I turn it on, we have a basic two-man system connected and ready for use. So now, to increase the size of the system, we're going to turn this off so that it stops the extra noise throughout the system. And we're going to disconnect from our secondary, and we're going to go to using a junction box. This is one of our 8-man junction boxes, or sorry, 8-port junction boxes. So we can have up to 8 lines off this. So my attendant is going to just connect onto the side, take off your dust cap, which is the same type of connector basically as our rope. Easy to use, gloves aren't going to be a problem. Your key is again close to the top. You're going to quick little turn. Attendant is now hooked up. So I'm just going to reach over here. I'm going to grab one of our cables. This is our Duracore cable, which is has a, I never remember the name of the lining, but it is encased in a nice pliable yet sturdy encasing with Kevlar on the inside to make it stronger. So again, you're going to take this. This would hook to your rescuer's belt and line your keys up at the top, the front, connect, and connect to your junction box. Now, this is just 2 men attached to the junction box, but now they have the option to add 6 more people to the system the exact same way. And I know what you're going to say, well, you said 10, right? So our junction box only goes up to 8. But we do have a accessory called a T-connector, which we will talk about a little bit later, that will allow you to move this system up to 10 headsets. So that is basically our system. That's as fast as it is. It's quick, it's easy, and you can deploy this system in 5 minutes if you want. We talked a little bit about our rope. A lot of our teams do prefer having different colored ropes so that they can easily identify their rescuers or entrants. We do have 6 different colors of rope: red, green, blue, purple, orange, and yellow for that color code who's on which one. So our next thing is I'm going to show a little bit of our accessories. The first one I can show is our P2T or PTM, which is our push to talk or push to mute. This is an inline. This one here is a push to talk. No, sorry, push to mute. Inline. So this would connect between your interface and your headset, and it allows the attendant or anybody else, whichever, to be on it, talking freely to the team. Oh, the supervisor comes by who wants to talk to them without the team hearing. A quick little push of the button locks that up so that it is muted and the team isn't hearing that conversation outside of the situation. And again, a little push and we're back to talking freely. So that is our push to mute button. And we do have push to talk ones as well. The next one that I will talk about is our victim locator mic. So this is an interface for our victim locator mic, which connects the same, basically, you would connect this interface to a primary. Once you have that connected to your primary, this would connect to a cable, and this here is where the magic happens. This is the plumb blob microphone that would be dropped into down buildings, wells, those kind of things. This here is a very sensitive microphone, and I believe it picks up 40 dBA and amplifies any sounds 177 times. So once this is deployed down, you would be able to hear someone down there if they're down there moaning, moving a little bit. It would allow you to hear those noises and know approximately where that person is and how to get to them. And then you can figure out how to get to them to rescue them. The next thing that we have, and I kind of talked about it a little bit already, is our T-connector. So this here is our T-connector, which allows you to get up to 10 people on the system, or our mining companies use this to run daisy chains down the mines. So this is just another quick connect that connects to an interface, can be the master or a primary, the primary or a secondary. That connects to that, allowing you to connect another secondary along. So our mining companies usually have short cables in between these daisy chains. So you'd have a daisy chain of like about 5 feet, another person, 5 feet, another person, so that they can crawl down the mine shaft looking for down bodies and people. Our next thing that I'm going to talk about is our bulkhead connector. This is a connector that you can put through a wall. So we have vessels or ships using this. This can go through a wall thickness of up to 1 inch, making the ability to have your system go through walls, basically. So if you have a command center, a van, trailer, whichever, and the attendant and supervisors are all inside the trailer, you would be able to put this through, attach it to the wall, and the system would just be connected to this instead of having to have the wires run at the door or run at the window. Another thing that we have is our coupler. This is, I'm losing it. This is our coupler, for connecting cables or ropes together. Now, I know you're saying, well, that's a cable, that's not a rope. We leave this as cable so that it is the weakest link between two ropes. We do this on purpose so that when you're connecting two lengths of ropes together, you have to tie proper climbing knots so that there's no stress on the connectors or the cable. Same as any other connection on it. You need to be tying proper climbing knots so that the connectors are not expected to hold the weight of climbing. So that's that one. And our last accessory that I can really talk about is our responder 5. So this responder is basically, it eliminates the need of headsets in the situation. You could take this into a room or an area of work. You would have an attendant outside, a cable that would go to this. It's inside the situation, and you can turn it on. The attendant can speak to you, give instructions, all of that stuff. Through this, it's going to be mic to you. Anybody in the room is going to hear that. You have volume control to decide how loud you want it to be. But if you need to speak to the attendant, you just have to push the push to talk button, communicate with the attendant, and that's it. So this, we have clients actually out, I believe they're in Alberta somewhere, but they have multiple levels of work being done underground. And they have one of these on each level so that the attendant up top can be telling them things. And if something were to happen, they don't all want to be wearing a headset. So they have one of these. So if something were to happen, one of them can run to that, push to that, and have rescue or help on its way straight away. This also it is not an intrinsically safe product at this time. We are working on that right now. So this is used a lot in training as well, but it is a rechargeable product. So our connector to recharge is the same connector as our ropes and cables. So you would just connect it, charge it for the night, and you're good to go again the next day. So I think that covers most of our products and how to put them together quickly and easily. So again, our system is a full duplex system that can be used in situations up to 3 miles in length. All ran off 3 AA batteries, intrinsically safe rated and certified, with our rope being NFPA certified for climbing. It is immune to RF interference. So I know one situation where we have workers working under the CN tower, fixing the antennas under the CN tower. I don't know how high that is, but that's pretty high. Radios and other forms of communication wouldn't work up there. So they were using our climbing rope, hanging off our rope for communications. And another selling feature is it's completely hands-free. Once you hook this onto your belt, this is full duplex hands-free communication. You don't have to worry about pushing any buttons, just adjust your volume. So I hope that helps everybody. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. You can reach out through rescom.ca or shoot me an email at lharris@sedtechnologies.com. Thank you and have a great day.
Maybe right now through the chat.
Or if you have any questions, feel free to send one through the chat right now. That's really fine as well. Oh, I guess I'm being told, I forgot to tell you also that every system comes with a Nanook case, which is waterproof and dustproof for easy transportation of your system. The other thing we do have, we have rope bags for your ropes, so easy, stuff the bag, pull the rope, makes it very easy. And we also have headset bags that are available, and a color dot system, if you may, that you could color code all of your headsets to your ropes. So I don't think I'm missing anything else. I'm looking at Julia just to see if she can flag me if I've forgotten anything else.
No, you're not.
But I think that's everything. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out and I'd be happy to help you out. I'm always available by email or phone call. And yeah, I think that's it. Everybody has a great day. I don't see any questions in the chat right now. So I think we're going to let you go, and you guys can reach out and let me know if you have anything that I can help you with. Okay. Thank you.